What's up, everybody? Jonathan back here on Rockwood. Okay, well, I'm just now getting my truck and this little boy hooked up and going. I've decided to switch to the FDR Logging's version 8 feller buncher. I had been using, I believe it was version 5 or something like that, and the only reason I hadn't switched is because, well, I don't know. For one thing, I was using Joy the Key, where now he's got it to where you can use, actually use. Let's see, is it over here? No, it's over there. Okay, you can use the in-game settings now. It's got all those key bindings like you would use in the Ponzi Scorpion, for example, or the Buffalo for a grapple loader or something like that. He's got them all set up now to where you don't have to use Joy the Key, which is kind of nice because a lot of times I'll forget to switch profiles and I'll hop in the skidder or hop in the log truck and then I push the left joystick on my gamepad and the truck starts rolling or something, something weird. So I always forget to switch. But and then the other thing is when I was using his machines with Joy the Key, for some reason when I was using one of my joysticks, it would change the in-cab camera. It'd move the camera. And I didn't like that because then I had to take my mouse and move it back, and then I'd do something else and it would move again. So I had all kind of problems. But now I've been doing some testing with it, and it seems to be working pretty good. So I think I'm just going to roll with this version 8 of the, I guess this is, well, FDR Loggins machine, but it's really a Tiger Cat 822. But anyway, I'm just going to go pick it up now and we'll see if we can't. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Now I'm stuck. Okay, we'll have to move the cutting head or just move the whole machine. See, the cab moves, but if I move my joystick, see, I can move them all around and do all kind of different stuff, and the cab doesn't move now. Where actually, if I'm on a different profile, it probably would have. If I was back on the Fella Buncher profile, he probably would have been moving around, but don't need that anymore because he's got them all mapped to the in-game stuff. Okay, let's see if I can get this set up correctly, get that unhooked. And while I'm doing this, I do want to remind everybody about the Patreon page I've got set up now. And what that's going to allow me to do is to provide some more game content. I think I mentioned in my last video, I believe it was, that there's a new game coming out called Gold Rush. I definitely want to get that and play it. Well, I'll be getting it anyway because I've already got the... I backed them on Kickstarter. I thought the game was pretty cool enough that I went ahead and... So that's pretty neat. So I'll back them on Kickstarter, and that $15, I believe it was, got me one copy of the game when it comes out, hopefully. So be playing that, but other stuff too, like this right joystick I have, it's messed up. The little directional pad broke off, and I tried to glue it back on with super glue, and then the glue dripped down into the actual mechanism, and so it's stuck. And the directional pad thing is still off of it, so that's broken. I'd like to get foot pedals for the track machine so I can operate those with the joysticks and then use the foot pedals to maneuver back and forth and side to side and things like that. And then also what I want to do is do a bunch of giveaways. I'd like to do some copies of the game, maybe some copies of different games, maybe some download content, maybe some clothing. If there's like a Farming Simulator t-shirt, or American Truck Simulator, I believe now has some t-shirts and hoodies and stuff. Just all kind of things. Headphones, game controllers, and just whatever. And maybe I'll even do a poll or something. Maybe I'll poll all the Patreons that I have and say, do you want this, this, or this for this giveaway this month or whatever. So it's all going to go back to you in one form or another. I'm not going to, take the money and pay bills or anything like that. It's all going towards gameplay or back to the viewers. So that'll be nice. But that's only for the Patreons. Oh, what happened there? Well, the log. Alright, that was weird. I didn't do anything. Huh. Well, let's see. We've got the grapple saw right over here. Maybe we can drive it over there and unstick us. That was strange. I've never had anything like that happen before. And there is a new version of this grapple saw coming out. It'll be yellow, whereas obviously this one's orange. But I think that's coming out pretty soon, probably next month or so, or next few weeks actually, I think he said. Okay, let's see if I can flip this thing back over. I'm surprised that the machine actually stayed on there. Yep, come on, there we go. There. Yeah, that was weird. Must be stuck. Oh, yeah. Had my machine on it. No wonder. I guess, yeah, okay, I see now. Yeah, I see that little bump right there. There's a little ditch or something right there, and what happened was the trailer got caught on it, and then it just flipped us over. I didn't notice that before. I'll have to remember that and try to ease over that next time. I probably will be switching some of the machines over to the new version of FDR Logging's machines, because I like the fact that you can use the in-game settings, not to worry about, you know, using Patreon. I mean, not Patreon, using Joy to Key, because it was a pain trying to get all that set up and then use it correctly, and then remember to switch different profiles, because I have profiles set up for the feather buncher, for the grapple loader, for the track, the skidder, all kind of different things. Okay, well, we're not doing much good here. That truck just did not have enough power. It's a nice truck, just doesn't have enough power. Probably should have went with FDR Loggins truck maybe for this trailer, since he designed them both, but oh well. And I gotta figure out what's going on with this joystick too. I calibrated it a couple of times, and it still wants to kind of the main boom will kind of bleed down. It will just gradually sink. Okay, well, we got quite a bit of trekking to do, so I'll speed this part of the video up. Alright, that took forever. And let's see, where are we at here? Okay, we don't, well, we probably got maybe enough for a load. Let's see, yeah, let's do that. Let's get this truck loaded up to get this out of here. I don't want to create too big of a pile right here. I just want to try to keep it about like this, where we got maybe a load and a half, something like that. Okay. Alright, it looks like everything's still working. Got the rotate, got the up, it's down. Okay. We are good to go. Yeah, this is another thing that annoys me about this game is it's so hard sometimes to pick these logs up off the ground because the ground has no give. It's like, you know, I've mentioned this several times, but it's kind of like these logs are steel poles and the ground is concrete or something, you know what I'm saying? It's there's no give whatsoever. Oh, that's a long sucker there. And this isn't exactly how I want these logs to be going on here either. I put them on there backwards. Maybe I should turn the truck around. I think I'm gonna do that. Let's get this truck turned around because I want the logs going in the right direction. I mean, we can stack them different directions, get us a good load, but alright, let's see how that works. I may have to move it over a little closer. I'll just track the machine over a little bit. It's hard to tell without having a load of logs in the grapple. See, look at there. I tried to grab it and all I get was one. There we go. I think that'll work. I probably could track just a little bit forward. Yeah, I really like this grapple loader. I have not tried out the new FDR login ones yet, but I'll... Whoa, that's a heavy load there. I'll definitely give that a try. See if I like it any better than this one, but so far this has been the best grapple loader I think I've tested. Yeah, these logs are big. They're longer than you think and pretty heavy apparently. Plus I'm not really doing this right. I shouldn't be picking them up over the side like this. I need to really angle my tracks kind of more like that. Let's see if I can't get these logs off of here so that machine's not rocking. Oh, great. Oh, and I got one log that's over the cab of the truck. Yeah, I tell you, oh, look at that, look at that. This game, I tell you what, it's going to drive me crazy one of these days. Alright, now let's see if we can't get this log situation figured out. There, that's much better. Yeah, if only the ground had just a little bit of give. If you've ever played spin tires, you know what I'm talking about. If the ground had just a, I mean, even just a little, it'd be so much better at grabbing logs off the ground. Alright, that looks pretty good. See if we can get that one log right there. There we go. Alright. You know what, I think I better call that a load. I want to push my luck. I'm not really set up exactly right. Oh wait, no, we got one log that's gone crazy up there. I don't like the looks of that either. It's probably not going to let us turn very good with that on there. Of course, you know, especially once we strap it down. See if we can't fix that. Yeah, I'm not at a very good vantage point right here. I can't really see what's going on. Yeah, if we'd have took off like that and strapped the logs down, it wouldn't have, wouldn't let us turn very well. In fact, I'm probably going to see if I can't get some more of these resituated. Probably as I'm too close to the truck now. Yeah, I'm just gonna make a mess. Oh, oh, oh! Oh, that was close. I'm telling you, this game is gonna drive me crazy. These logs have no give whatsoever. Okay, well, we'll just have to roll with that and see how it goes. It's probably not gonna let us turn very good, but let's see, can I, let's see, yeah, I didn't change that. Well, we'll see if we can't go out this way, because I've kind of left myself in a bind now and I can't really get turned around good, I don't think. So we'll try going out this way. Should be okay. That hill right there is a little tricky. Well, that was a little touch and go there for a second, but we made it. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know if this is just something that is meant to be there, or if this map just really didn't get tested good or what. But there's a few little spots here now that I've discovered that it's pretty significant bumps and almost glitchy. I don't know, maybe they just took the 15 map and converted it right over without really testing it much. I'm not sure. Could be just this truck too, I don't know. Okay, now what do I want to do? You know, I think I'm gonna try getting this thing backed in here. This is one of the major flaws in the game, in this map, excuse me, the map, because it is so hard to get backed into here. I'm almost wondering if it wouldn't be better to come up here on this hill up that way and then try to back in there, because this right here is too steep, and that's just all there is to it. It's too steep, and the truck gets stuck on this little hump right here. I was actually toying with the idea of doing a bunch of wood chips on this map, because over here at the sawmill, this is still, I believe this is still the first batch of logs that we put in there. This thing has been going forever. We do have a couple of pallets of wood. Okay, good. We're moving along here, and we're doing pretty good. Oh, we need wood chips. Okay, so we're just about gonna have to do that. But anyway, I'll get back to this first. So let's see, what do we want to do here? Where am I at? Oh, there we go. Last time I tried backing this truck in here, I had a lot of problems. That right there is too steep. In fact, I may go into the game and the Giants editor and see if I can't smooth that hill out a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. We can try it. We'll see what happens. We've got a wheeled loader or something we can use to get us out if it gets stuck. But I'm gonna have to see if I can't get it in there fairly straight. Maybe if I go at kind of at an angle back this way. See, it's already starting to high center. The front wheels of the truck are off the ground. Look at that. We still got traction in the back, but it doesn't seem to want to push it. Yep. Yeah, this right here is the major flaw in the map. Is this cell point. There we go, finally broke through. Okay. Now, let's see, getting back up this thing's going to be tricky. I think I'm going to do, maybe even when I talked about only the other side, I'll go up this way. Well, that kind of worked. And we'll come back around in this other way so we get pointed in the right direction. Yep, that's definitely not good right there. And now I gotta remember right here is this little ditch thing that we got stuck on, trying to get the fella buncher up there. You see that big bump right there? That's what caused us to flip over. And I'll get this truck back up here and we'll go grab that, oh, I forgot that was there. We'll go grab the wood pallets and get those sold. I need to move that. And you know, whenever we get a little bit more money in the bank, I think I'm going to swap out these trucks. They just don't have enough power. I think I'm going to switch over maybe to the FDR logging trucks, or maybe to my Peterbilt trucks that I was using over on Pacific Inland. I like those. I think those may have enough power. I know the FDR logging truck will, so I may switch to that one. And floating tree is crazy. Alright, let's see if we can't work on this lumber a little bit here. Alright, there's one. I like how it pushes them out along this little conveyor thing. So that way they won't be having to wait on me to get it unloaded. Oh yeah, and don't move your wood pallets over there by that other, not this one behind me, but the one where the green light is, that little machine thing. Don't put your pallets over there, because they'll disappear. And you've lost your wood pallets, your wood. All right, well I guess only about, oh boy, that was close. I guess only 2 of these things are going to fit on here. I guess if I stacked them carefully and strapped them down, I might could get side by side, but that'd take forever just to get those 2. that should do it, and I'll put this first one up here. There we go. Now I'll go grab one of my trucks and get that moved down there to the sell point. I'll go ahead and get my bucket on here so we can get some wood chips scooped up in the, so we can keep the plant going. Alright, now let's find us a truck. Let's need not that one. Let's see which one the one is. The there it is. So I'll get this moved to a better spot, and then we'll use this truck to get our wood pallets. Yeah, this map is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it in Farming Simulator 15. However, I do think that you know, the major flaw is that sell point with the water over there. You can't really get your truck in and out of there good. That's the only thing I've got really a major issue with. The sawmill is crazy. I like the addition of it, because in Farming Simulator 15 all you had there was a log sell point. You didn't have a pallet mill. I like that because it, you know, it gives you a little bit different aspect of the game of actually having to process the logs into something. But I don't know, I've been on that one set of logs since the start of this map, and I've put several hours into this map so far. It's crazy. Now we'll go get our lumber. Take it right there. This is a nice truck. I mean, Serious Mods did a great job on this truck. I just feel like it's a bit underpowered at times. And I know the Western Star, he even said that it was. That he was probably going to go back and add some more power to it. And I wish the mirrors worked too. That kind of sucks. But overall, it's a really nice mod. The interior's great. I mean, it's amazing. And the exterior is just as nice too. Crash. Yeah, see those set of piles of logs right there we got stockpiled. That's like 5 years worth of lumber, so we're good. We're good on the lumber logs for a while here. Which is why I may switch over to doing wood chips. I think I'm going to go ahead and drive on past this sell point up here and turn around and get lined up a little better. That way we'll have the truck already turned around, and the pallets of lumber is already on that side anyway, kind of, so we'll get the truck turned around. Matter of fact, I think I'm just going to pull right in here and back out. Well, that didn't work. I was trying to avoid getting on that sell point because I was afraid that it was going to sell the lumber, and I don't want to do that. Not just yet, anyway. All right. Now we're in business. Yeah, it takes a little bit to sell this. It's not instant, which is kind of interesting. Alright, well there we go. 2 pallets of lumber sold. In the process of being sold. And we got some logs, yeah. Sold some logs in the pond. Well, 5,500, that's not great. I don't know, I mean, maybe it's alright. Seems like though once you went to the trouble of cutting down the trees, cutting them to length, hauling them, and then process them into lumber, you would get a bit more than 5,500 a pallet. I don't know. I think I am going to start doing some wood chips though. Alright, park that right there. Let's get back in the wheel loader. See if we can get the wood chips in the correct bins to keep the plant going. Is that 10,000? Not quite. Need a little bit more. Hard to see when you're turning. That should be full. Yep, there we go. 10,000. All right, we're good. Okay, well I'm gonna wrap up the video for here for this time, and next time we'll just continue on doing what we're doing, but we're probably gonna start switching doing some wood chips. I just really don't like the sell points on this map as far as logs, and I mean we're sitting at you know, probably, I mean, I don't even know how many pallets of lumber we've done so far in this map, and we're on the same set of logs that we started with. So I think we're okay on logs for a while, because I mean look, we've been going for what, 45 minutes now, and it's I hadn't seen one of these logs disappear yet. And then we've got 1,400 out of 4,000 for another pallet. We've already sold 2 this game, and look at all these logs over here. So we're set for a while on logs. So I'm gonna start doing some wood chips, and then we'll come over here and sell them. Oops! Ooh, I just barely missed that trailer. Oh no, I didn't. I was trying to watch in the mirrors and just barely caught it. Okay, well I'm just gonna park this right over here for now, and that's where we'll pick up next time. We'll just keep on going. Okay, so one last reminder, if you're not a Patreon member yet, go check that out. There's a link at the, if you go to my homepage for this YouTube channel, there's a little orange link there. Then I'll probably put it in the description below too, the link to it. But anyway, go check that out, and like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of cool stuff on there. Hopefully I'll be doing some giveaways pretty soon once I reach my first goal, which is, well, I've got a set number of patrons I like to get first, and then we'll do a giveaway. Maybe do a copy of the game or some kind of controller. Who knows? I'll figure something out. Or maybe we'll even do a poll, and then we can see, you know, what everybody would like to win, and then we'll just go with that. But anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. This is Jonathan on Rockwood, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.